Continuing our conversation with LA County Supervisor Don Knabe. Don was good enough to write a guest column in a recent issue of the Straight Talk magazine on redistricting. And there was much in the news, the redrawing of the districts, including Don's district, and there was a real clear and present danger that you were going to lose Long Beach and other important parts of your district because the claim was that there needed to be additional, quote, Hispanic district, and that would have involved you losing a lot of your current district. And fortunately for you, and I think for us, it stayed basically where it is. But just for the record, you enunciated the principle that if you represent people for a long period of time, that should continue unless there's pressing reason not to. And second, and you made this point, I thought, very vividly, that you don't have to be of a certain ethnic group to represent adequately that group. But speak to that point.
Well, I think, first of all, I mean, it was a very difficult time, I think, in our county's history trying to deal with an issue that I thought was setting us back 30 or 40 years and trying to create a racial divide. And, you know, when you're elected and you represent 2 million people, whether you're Latino, Asian, American, whatever it may be, you represent all the people. And it's an absurd comment to say that because of me being white and a male that I can't represent other ethnic groups. And I think it really spoke to the point when people came out to support the plan that we presented, and they were of all ethnic backgrounds. And we actually had people testifying that needed interpreters. It was a real backlash to the Asian Americans who strongly supported my plan because other plans before us to create that second Latino district really impacted and diluted the Asian American population throughout our great county, the most diverse county in America. My district's very, very diverse. And so it was one that we had to put a plan together. I've taken on additional Latino populations. I picked up Santa Fe Springs and the rest of unincorporated Whittier, which have very high Latino populations. I had to give up Westchester to do that. But the plan went into effect here recently, and whether it be a lawsuit or not, we don't know yet. But I think we're beyond that, and we get to deal with the issues.
It must have been very moving to you to see the minority communities come out and the ethnic communities come out in support of you.
It was really overwhelming at times because I had no idea they were coming. And I saw, I mean, our hearings, that was probably the best example of democracy that I've seen play out. Even though at times it got racially a little ugly, the majority of the time, the people were very present. They had very passionate thoughts. We filled the chambers. There were thousands of people. We had overflow crowds. Every public hearing that we had. I mean, it was a classic case of democracy and work.
I have interviewed hundreds of elected officials over this 20 years that we've been on air, and I can tell you that there are a handful that are not only liked but beloved, and Don's one of them.
Thank you, Art. Appreciate that.
Looking for the next election, June 2012, you have said, this is my last election.
Well, it is, and it's my last election, but it's because of term limits too, and we do have term limits, 3 terms. I'm in the middle, finishing up my 2nd term, and I'll be running for my 3rd term under term limits. And so term limits will take me out in 2016. So we're gearing up. We will be running as hard as we did in 1996 when we first ran for our June 2012 election. We're preparing for it. We're working hard, and you know me, I leave no stone unturned.
Well, you don't seem to have lost any of your enthusiasm or passion for what you're doing.
Well, I think, Art, the great thing about my job is that I don't have to get caught up in partisan politics. I don't have a Republican caucus or a Democratic caucus telling me what to do. At the end of the day, our Board of Supervisors, you looked at it, regardless, there's 3 Democrats and 2 Republicans. The majority of our votes are 5-0 or 4-1 every once in a while. The only time we split down lines is usually something that's on the ballot. At the end of the day, our job is to fix the problems. Yeah. We are where the rubber meets the road. We are the ultimate
Washington, listen to this man. Sacramento, listen to this man. Solve problems.
Exactly.
Stop this partisan
So, I mean,
divide.
whatever they do, and then they have their personal battles and you can't get anything done, at the end of the day, that kicks back to us, and so we have to respond to that, and we can't get caught in that debate. We have to fix the problem, move the dollars around, and make sure that we serve the people.
You won't want to miss the next segment because in honor of our 20th anniversary, we've asked Don Knabe to be the guest host, and we will switch seats, and I will be the guest. Stay with us.
Welcome back. This is Straight Talk with Don Knabe, Los Angeles County Supervisor. I'm the guest host tonight, but I have an opportunity to share with all of you, interview the legendary Art Levine. Welcome to the show, Art.
Thank you, Don. We're so happy to be here.
Are you? You're really happy? You are, huh?
A little bit nervous, but
I was
happy.
just commenting to some folks. I mean, you know, this microphone, you've made it an icon here in Long Beach, and I know that, you know, let me begin by, first of all, congratulations on 20 years of Straight Talk, and it's been a fun 20 years for a lot of people. Now, some people have been uncomfortable in that seat, but I think at the end of the day, you've had a very, very positive influence on the community, and you should be congratulated for that.
Thank you, Don.
And you know, you've obviously covered the issues of Long Beach and the region and the state and even the nation from time to time. Is there something that really sticks out, an issue that over the 20 years that really meant more to you personally, that you had to be your objective Art Levine Straight Talk interviewer, but you felt in your heart, you felt a passion for this and you wanted your own answers?
Well, it deals with the area of ethics and values. I think underlying so much of our problems are ethics and values or lack of ethics. So when a guest is commenting on something involving an ethical principle, it rings very near and dear to me.
Well, I mean, here you've interviewed all these folks from all these political offices. You ever going to run for office?
No, they've asked, and I really prefer, Don, to sit at this desk and do what I do than to hold office. And I respect tremendously people like yourself that do go into the political arena and do the things you have to do. And we need good people to do that, but it's just not for me. I'm not a committee person. I'm not a chicken dinner person. I kind of fly
you had
solo.
a lot of chicken dinners with me. So,
I
mean,
know.
So if there's one thing you could wave a wand, what would you change in Long Beach?
Wow.
One thing, not multiple. This is not multitasking, one thing.
I would change the psychology of the city, that we are a wonderful, first-rate city, and we don't need gimmicks to be good.
Awesome. So you're a professor at Cal State here in Long Beach. What are some of the issues, or what is the one subject you really enjoy sharing with the students?
It's ethics again. I teach law, and I also teach ethics. And I have found in many ways teaching ethics is
There's a lot of jokes about ethics and lawyers. Okay,
I know. And I'm
won't
writing a
go
book
there.
on ethics in America, and it's going to be a short book and all that. But no, I think values are so important, and underlying so many of our problems, both personally and professionally and nationally, are ethics, lack of ethics, the wrong ethics.
A couple of things quickly, too. You created this Distinguished Speaker Series. Is there one speaker that really stands out that you were thrilled to have?
I'm thrilled with all of them. Which of your children do you like the best or love most? But this last month, Juan Williams was here. He was fantastic. We didn't have as large an audience as I'd hoped, but Juan was engaging and was wonderful.
Well, I truly enjoyed the one with Les Josephson as well.
Michael
too.
Josephson,
Josephson,
yeah,
excuse me.
absolutely.
That was an old running back anyway. But
our first on ethics.
Yeah,
on ethics.
He was very good. Well, so we're going to switch a little bit from politics and teaching and professionalism. You've had a very significant change in your life here the last few months, and a very special lady has entered your life.
She has indeed, and I'm very pleased that Diane and I are engaged now.
Yeah, we're all excited for you. There are those of us that
didn't think it would happen.
Didn't think it would happen, but we also think that, you know, I mean, we're talking about an extreme makeover. Diane has done wonders for you.
Yes,
would you agree?
I've been told
You're on
that.
Camera. Would you agree with that?
I'm into that, and I am very blessed to have a woman.
She's a very wonderful lady, and we wish you all the very, very best and Godspeed and good health and a great marriage. I also know that you're a baseball fan. So what do you think about all this trauma surrounding the Dodgers? Do you think we're ever going to get it back? I do. But what do you think?
I think it's a great example of leadership. When the O'Malleys owned and ran the Dodgers, it was a class act both in Brooklyn and out here. and you got some owners that did not have the right values and did not have the right attitude, and it shows you how you can screw up a great franchise.
I mean, that franchise is an icon in America, in the world. I mean,
Absolutely.
You can travel any place and you see an LA Dodger hat.
Absolutely.
And for that to happen, but what's really exciting to me is that all the folks that are interested in rebuying the team,
yes,
all have a heart here in Los Angeles County.
Yes.
All have a heart for the Dodgers, either playing or former owners or former managers. I think there's a real opportunity to grab it back, and hopefully one of those groups will be the competitive bid that wins, and not somebody else that wants to come in and move it, take from it, or move it someplace else. The Los Angeles Dodgers, and I mean, we went through the trauma of the Anaheim Angels going to the Los Angeles Angels.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, Mr. Moreno is committed to his team and to the community, and we need an owner like that here in Los Angeles as well, too.
Absolutely.
So here you are, 20 years later. Did you really think it was going to happen? When you started out, did you really think it was going to last 20 years?
You know, I never thought about it, Don. I was just trying to get the show back on the air the next month, struggling financially and otherwise, feeding it for years and years. And I never had a long-term goal. The goal was just to stay on the air and somehow get some money to keep it on the air.
Well, you've done a marvelous job. You should be proud of the product that you have in Straight Talk, the 20 years of survival in this media market, and the people you've already talked to. We're proud of you. We thank you, and we will be back in a moment after these messages.
Welcome to McKenna's on the Bay, where fine dining is complemented with a breathtaking view. McKenna's is a restaurant of incredible ambiance, providing service and cuisine with style, class, and romance. The menu offers a variety of appetizers, serious seafood, prime steaks, an oyster bar, and specialty entrees for either lunch or dinner. McKenna's on the Bay features patio dining, nightly entertainment, and 2 banquet facilities. No matter what your occasion, McKenna's on the Bay is like being on vacation. Join us today at McKenna's on the Bay.
Founded in 1976, Polly's Gourmet Coffee is Southern California's most complete gourmet coffee store. Polly's has the best tasting coffee, freshly roasted every day right in the store, plus a wide selection of teas, an in-house bakery, espresso bar, patio dining, and more. We also offer Wi-Fi, free internet access for all of our customers. Our nationwide clientele agree, when it comes to coffee, there's only one name to remember: Polly's. 4606 East 2nd Street, welcoming you into Belmont Shore.
Take care of those who are closest to you, from our family to yours. McCarty's Jewelry, since 1932.
Welcome back. And this is the moment in time that Art Levine's severely worried about. This is commentary. He spent a lot of time over the years talking about different issues and commentary for his shows. I just wanted to take this brief moment to thank Art for 20 years on the air with Straight Talk and touching the lives of many, many people and informing people. You know, he's very big on ethics and values, and his program has really followed that. And I think that it's a fun time to say congratulations. And one last thing, to he and Diane, we wish them the very, very best, a good health, a great marriage, and we'll be back someday, and I'll be in this chair again interviewing Art Levine. We thank you all. God bless you all. God bless America.
Straight Talk has been brought to you by Southern California Edison, the Press Telegram, and remember, Straight Talk is viewable worldwide 24/7 at straighttalktv.com.